Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Miyamoto Musashi, 1645, April the 13th, 1612, Funajima Island, Japan. A man steps off a wooden boat carrying nothing but a sword carved from an oar. He is hours late, deliberately. His opponent, Sasaki Kojiro, the most feared swordsman in all of Japan, has been standing in the blazing sun, waiting, raging. Every minute of that wait has cost Kojiro something he can't get back. Musashi steps onto the shore, unhurried, completely still inside. The duel lasts less than 1 second. One strike. Kojiro falls. It's over. Musashi didn't win because his body was stronger. He won because his mind was completely empty. Now picture this. Reach for your phone, then coffee. Then reach for your phone, then coffee. Then more coffee. And by 2 p.m., you're running on fumes, foggy, distracted, staring at the same sentence you've been trying to read for the last 20 minutes. You are not tired because your body is weak. You are tired because your spirit is out of alignment. And a man who died 4 centuries ago, who won 61 duels without losing once, already mapped the cure. Sleep matters. That part is true. Deep, restorative sleep repairs your body, clears metabolic waste from your brain, consolidates memory. The science is solid. But here's what the sleep industry won't put on a billboard. There is a second battery inside you, and no amount of sleep recharges it. Neuroscientists call it cognitive load. Every decision you make, what to eat, what to reply, whether to open that email, what to feel guilty about from 3 days ago, burns real metabolic resources. Glucose. Neurochemical reserves your body treats as precious. In 2011, psychologist Roy Baumeister confirmed what high performers had quietly known for decades. Decision fatigue is real. The more choices you make throughout a day, the worse every subsequent decision becomes, and the more physically drained you feel. And here's the part that should actually disturb you. You are not making slightly more decisions than your grandparents did. You are making exponentially more. Researchers at the University of California found that after a single interruption, a notification, a tap on the shoulder, a message, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain deep focus. 23 minutes per interruption. Every single time. So you aren't just tired, you are hemorrhaging energy from 1,000 invisible cuts you never even see closing. Your exhaustion isn't physical, it's structural. Musashi had a name for the root of all this wasted energy: attachment to what you cannot control. And he spent 60 years engineering a system to eliminate it completely. In the last week of his life, Musashi retreated into a cave on Mount Iwato. He was 61 years old and dying of thoracic cancer. And instead of resting, he wrote 2 documents that would outlive him by 4 centuries. The first was the Book of 5 Rings, a strategy masterpiece still studied by generals, CEOs, and competitive athletes worldwide. The second was a 21-precept document he called the Dokkodo, the way of walking alone. These weren't prayers, they weren't poetry, they were a compressed operating system for human energy. Precept 7 of the Dokkodo: do not pursue the pleasures of the world. Precept 14: do not harbour jealousy. Precept 20: do not be inclined to rely on others. Read those not as spiritual advice. Read them as an energy budget. Every time you scroll through someone else's life and feel that quiet twist of jealousy, that's a withdrawal from your account. Every time you replay a conversation at 11 p.m. wondering if you said the wrong thing, withdrawal. Every time you sit waiting for someone's validation before you allow yourself to move forward, withdrawal. Modern psychology has a term for this mechanism: ego depletion. Your willpower, emotional regulation, and physical stamina all draw from the same finite cognitive resource pool. When that pool drains on comparison and resentment, there is nothing left for what actually matters. Musashi owned almost nothing, needed almost nothing. He wasn't poor, he was ruthlessly clear about what actually cost him. The first step of his system isn't building a new habit, it's plugging the leak. Here is the most expensive lie in modern self-improvement. Motivation is fuel. It isn't. Motivation is a spark. You cannot run an engine on sparks. Samurai did not train when the mood struck. They trained at the same hour, in the same sequence, in the same space, every single day, not because it was inspiring, but because predictable rhythm eliminates the cost of deciding. Neuroscience confirms exactly this. Habitual behavior stored in the basal ganglia, your brain's habit center, almost completely bypass the prefrontal cortex, the deliberate decision-making part of the brain. The part that gets tired. Your habit mind has almost unlimited fuel. Your deciding mind runs out by noon. Musashi rose before dawn for 45 years. He practiced the same strikes tens of thousands of times. He didn't ask himself whether he felt like it. There was nothing to ask. No question means no energy spent. The modern translation is simple. Systematize your highest value actions ruthlessly. Same time, same sequence. Zero negotiation with yourself. The moment you stop deciding whether to start is the moment you stop bleeding energy before the day has even begun. This is the deepest concept in Musashi's system, and it's the one almost nobody in the self-improvement space talks about honestly. Mushin. No mind. Not emptiness. Not spacing out. A state where the mind is fully present, fully alive, but completely free of fear, attachment, and self-consciousness. What athletes call flow. What musicians describe as the zone. What psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi spent his career documenting as the peak state of human performance, where time disappears and effort becomes effortless. But here is what the flow state literature almost always misses. The greatest enemy of Mushin isn't noise. It's the fear of failure. Every task you approach with, "What if I get this wrong?" running in the background carries a metabolic penalty. Your nervous system cannot distinguish between physical threat and psychological threat. Cortisol rises. Your muscles subtly brace. Your brain starts allocating resources to threat scanning instead of creation. A mind divided against itself is not just less effective. It is physically exhausting. Musashi's answer was absolute. Detach from the outcome. Completely. You can care about the work with everything you have, but the moment you chain yourself to the result, you split your own energy in half. Before your next important task, state the intention, then release the result. Enter the work as if what happens afterward is not your assignment. The quality of your attention, not your anxiety, determines the quality of the outcome anyway. Go back to that island. Musashi wasn't calm because that duel didn't matter. He was calm because he had spent decades systematically removing every attachment, every unnecessary decision, every fear, so that when the moment came, he had nothing wasted. He ate simply. He owned almost nothing. He followed the same rhythms every day for 45 years. He let go of every outcome he couldn't control. And when he stepped onto that shore, there was no division inside him. Every unit of energy was there, undivided, fully available. He didn't find more energy. He stopped losing it. And that is the real secret. True energy is not something you manufacture with stimulants and willpower hacks. It is what naturally remains when you stop bleeding it dry on things that never deserved it. Stop leaking, start aligning. Your body has more than enough. It's your mind that's been quietly draining it. One decision, one comparison, one unresolved fear at a time. Remove the useless. Find your rhythm. Empty your mind. If this landed differently than what you usually watch, that was the point. There's more coming. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if someone in your life is running on empty right now, send this to them. They'll thank you for it.